Irie Jam Radio, yours truly, Fata Diamond, inside the building. And it's all about rhythm and bass, Monday to Friday, 8 to 10. And today, we got a special guest. He goes by the name of Michael Brun'S. And for the past decade, Bayo has evolved from a grassroots vision into a global cultural phenomenon. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking to the man behind the big event that has been taking place for the past 10 years. And I'm going to allow him to introduce himself to the entire world. Tune into Irie Jam Radio. Michael, what up, my brother?
Yo, it's good. Thanks so much for having me, bro. I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely, man. It's amazing to see that the history that you are creating. Explain to us first of all, how did you even get into the business, and when did it all start for you?
So I'm born and raised in Haiti, and I'm also half Guyanese. So I grew up in Port-au-Prince, and my mom was Guyanese, my dad's Haitian. And I had music in my house the whole time. So my mom played piano. My dad actually had a band called Scandal. It's a pretty legendary Haitian compa, like new wave group. And I just grew up around music. But I originally was going to be a doctor, so I was actually pre-med in college. So my path was very, very, very different. And you know already, Caribbean background going into music is always going to be an adventure. But my parents were very supportive, and music was a huge passion. And while I was in school, I had the opportunity to play a lot of events, and two, I got signed very early. So when I was 18, 19, I had my first record signed, and my career took off.
First of all, that's an amazing combination. Haitian and hold on, chicken curry or curry chicken? I gotta ask this question. Chicken curry or curry chicken? Which one are you running with?
Chicken curry.
That's an amazing collaboration, man. Shout out to your parents, and the fact that you said that you were supposed to be a doctor. And one thing with us as Caribbean folks, listen, we're gonna go with our passion. And it seems like being a doctor wasn't the passion at all.
Yeah, it was in the sense that I really loved community. And I think both my parents, the way that they raised me was to always build community and to give back as much as possible. So at one point in my life, I thought medicine would be the best way to do it. Mm-hmm. And then later through music, I realized I was able to build a lot of opportunities and community through that. And so eventually, like now, I've been in the industry like 15 plus years, and I can look back and I can say that I'm really grateful I went with the music route, because I feel like I've been able to reach millions of people now doing this. And I don't know if I would have had the same scale in medicine, even though I have so much respect for doctors, because it's like one of the most difficult jobs in the world.
True. Not saying that being a DJ and a producer isn't difficult either, but I totally understand where you're coming from. Now, you mentioned that you were signed at an early age. When you saying signed, explain a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so my first journey into music was I was doing a lot of mashups and edits and bootleg remixes and uploading them to SoundCloud. Yeah. And so very early on, while I was in college, a freshman in college, I had there's a label called Glassnote that had an artist called Childish Gambino. He's still very new, and so they flew me up to New York and like had dinner with Childish Gambino early on, and then a couple weeks later there was another label called Revealed Records that was it was a DJ named Hardwell and another DJ named Dirty South with Phasing. They all basically wanted to sign different records for me, and so I got flown around to different places. I went to Miami. I played Ultra with Dirty South, and then with New York, and got to meet that other label, Glassnote, and it was just like my entire career. It felt like was developing in front of me, and it was at that point that I actually went to my advisor in school, my biology advisor, and he was the one that told me, he said, I think you have a huge opportunity with music here. Yeah. We're going to hold your scholarship, because I had a full scholarship.
Wow.
And he said, we're going to hold your scholarship. I want you to pursue this. I think you should try it. And yeah, never look back.
Definitely. That's amazing, man. A great story. And you know what I mean? The fact that you are representing the Caribbean 100% is crazy to me, because I was viewing your Instagram earlier on, and I'm seeing thousands of people raving to your vibes. Now, take us back to the beginning. First of all, explain to us what Bayo is and how did that come about?
Yeah, so Bayo is something that I created 10 years ago. It was really like an opportunity to just bring Caribbean sounds together. And in particular, I felt like Haitian sounds. A lot of people, because I grew up in Haiti, and a lot of people in the world weren't really too familiar with Haitian sounds, but they're so inspiring and so powerful. And so I went back to Haiti after having toured as a DJ for about 5 or 6 years internationally. And I'd already played like most of the major festivals. I played Coachella at like 21. I played Ultra. I played Tomorrowland. I played EDC, all these different huge electronic music festivals. And I went back to Haiti, and I knew I wanted to create something that I had never seen before, which to me was my own event series that felt like it combined all of the favorite sounds in Haiti, like all the things I grew up listening to.
Right.
So all of the traditional Haitian sounds and our genres like compa and gaga, but then also all of the Caribbean sounds that were so huge, right? Like from soca to dance hall to reggae to all the different African diaspora sounds too. Like Afrobeat at the time was starting to get very popular. And so I just started like putting on these block parties, and they were very small in the beginning. It was like 20, 30 people. I'd invite DJ friends and other artists to come through, and like bands that I was working with. And I produce a lot of artists as well. And so I would hit them up and be like, yo, I'm doing this thing right here. Come through, just, show some love to the crowd. And it started so small, 20, 30 people. But now, I mean, we've done 2 arenas. I did Barclays Center last year, did Agganis Arena this year in Boston, 10,000 plus people shows now in multiple cities. And it just started that small. It started as a thing out of love to just show love to our sounds and to our culture.
And to where it's at right now is just amazing. I mean, I'm a kid. I was born in Jamaica, grew up in New York City, Queens. My first, and I'm telling you this, my first best friend here in America was an Haitian kid. Goes by the name of Peterson Direct. So I'm familiar with the music. Who were some of your inspiration when it came to the art, the Haitian artists, the compa artists? Who were some of your inspirations?
There's so many. I feel like in terms of just like sounds, my dad was a great producer, and I think his band Scandal definitely inspired me because I grew up listening to that in the house. But then other artists that I met along the way that were so instrumental, I think Tabu Combo are this traditional Haitian compa group that also really kind of came up in New York. Like to me, they're as much a New York group as they're a Haitian group, but they ended up like really defining compa on an international level, and we're huge artists. They play like arenas all over the world. And then I think another artist that was really special in Haiti is actually, his name is Jay Perry. In my opinion, he has like one of the biggest hits ever from Haiti called Gekwele. And he's family too, so it's just what he's done. I'm so proud of him and his journey, and I feel like I learned a lot about my own artistic career seeing him come up too.
Right. Definitely, man. That's amazing. I remember I was given a CD by Alan Cavier, yo, and till this day I have that CD, bro. I have that CD. And anytime I need to, to transition into one of those type of vibes, that mellow type of vibe, it's always something that I go for. Now, building something as big as Bayou, I'm sure there were doors that probably were slammed in your face. What was some of the toughest situations that you went through creating this massive thing that you've brought to us?
I mean, the biggest thing in the beginning is nobody understood it. So I feel like, I'm sure as a DJ, like any DJ that's listening, any artist that's listening, when you start something brand new, you already know nobody's going to understand. They're always going to be like, what is this? Why are you doing this? And so my first shows were like always at cost, never made money back. Always like a huge risk. Venues were like, what? We're not sure we want to do this. But I was really persistent with it. And I knew that there was something that could come from this. And I believed in the concept, and I believed in the community we were building. And so those first shows were huge like risks always, because the venues would basically be like, we're not going to give you anything. Like, if you want to do this, do it.
You're on your own.
Yeah, but even then, it's like we gotta because getting into these rooms is always so complicated, right? Like, they always could book something that's more secure, like guaranteed in their eyes. So I had to really show them that, hey, this is something that, one, is really special and unique, but two, is going to be here to stay. And so those first cities, every single time I would do a show in a market, any city that we played, it was always like, hey, just give us, and I don't care if it's the smallest room you've got, just give me a room, let me prove to you that this is going to last and this is going to keep growing. And then, 10 years later, we do arenas. So it's pretty crazy.
Definitely, man. That's crazy. Irie Jam Radio speaking with Michael Brent, big time producer, big time DJ. Now, I know you wear several hats, right? As a producer, DJ, and as a leader that puts on these huge events. How has the evolution of Bayo over the last 10 years changed how you look at leadership, and how has it influenced your own personal sound in the studio?
I'm so grateful that I get to do this and also produce and also have my own artist project. And I've also been able to work with a lot of artists internationally. Like, I've worked with people like Ed Sheeran, J Balvin. I've worked with a lot of the dancehall legends, actually. I worked with Buju, I worked with Beanie, worked with Bouncy. A lot of the soca legends too. Like, I worked with Kes and Machel, and so many artists from Africa too, like across all of the continent, from Nigerian artists like Mr. Easy or Adekunle Gold, but also South African artists. And it's just been a huge privilege. And I think Bayo really informed so much for me personally, because a lot of the lineups for the show are from all around the world. So when I'm building out the show, and the way that I would explain it to somebody who's never been is, instead of me DJing music, I'm like actually DJing artists. So I'll create these medleys with each artist, and it'll be like their most iconic songs, and then we'll create it together, and then I'll bring them out as a surprise for the crowd. And so it's such a unique setup. And I think by working with so many artists over the years and seeing the show grow, it's really like informed my taste and my production. And now I think I make music with Bayo in mind. Like, I make music to just think about like what's going to make people dance, what's going to make people scream and sing. And yeah, when you work with the legends, you get a lot of amazing inspiration.
Amazing. Now, 10 years. I know you have something huge happening in New York City. You want to elaborate a little bit more about what's going to take place June the 25th to the 27th?
Yeah, so this week, June 25th, 26th, and 27th is at Brooklyn Paramount. And this is our very first 3-night residency. So traditionally, we've always done one day, one night shows. But I felt like, especially with this 10 years, we have 10 years of history. We have 10 years of artists and surprises that have happened. And I really wanted to reflect and celebrate these past 10 years. So when you come to the show, you're going to be experiencing the 10 years, all in this experience.
From the 20 folks in the beginning until thousands right now.
That's right. So you're gonna get like all of what made this past 10 years special within these 3 shows. And I'm really proud of the team for coming up with what you're about to experience.
Amazing. June the 25th, June the 26th, June the 27th, Brooklyn Paramount. It's happening. It's all about the 10-year celebration. Are there any names that you can drop on us a little? Are there any, I know we don't want to spoil the,
what? It's a huge surprise, like that's one of my favorite parts of the show, is that I work really hard in terms of the surprises of the show to have people I want to see the smiles on people's faces when they see their favorite artist pop up and they didn't know that they were even in town. So I really want to just like keep it as a complete surprise, but I can't say Saturday's already sold out. Friday's close to selling out.
Nice.
And there's low tickets for Thursdays. So if you've never experienced Bayo, I feel like this is the perfect show to enter and understand what it's all about, because we have some legends at these shows, and I guarantee you that you will enjoy it.
How can folks get tickets for all the events happening?
So everything is available at bayotour.com, BAYOTOUR.com. And you can also follow me at Michael Brun, MICHAELBRUN, on all socials. And yeah, we have links up on everything. But get your tickets soon because, like I said, Saturday's already sold out. Thursday and Friday are going fast. So excited to see everyone.
Don't procrastinate, folks. Don't procrastinate. Make sure you guys get your tickets. It's definitely going to be historic. And I definitely want to personally thank you for taking time out and speaking with us right here on Irie Jam Radio. Now, for the people who have been sweating in the front row of Bayou shows since day one, and for the new listeners who are just discovering this energy today, what is your ultimate message to them as they step into the 10-year milestone?
I really hope for everybody who comes to this show that you see that it's more than just about the music. It's really about the community. It's about our cultures coming together and celebrating the beauty of the Caribbean, the beauty of all of these diasporas that exist and that have influenced each other over the years and that celebrate each other. And I get these messages after people come to the show to say, thank you. And to me, that's the greatest compliment I could ever receive. It's not just I had a good time. It's like, thank you for bringing this experience to me. So for everyone that's there, that's been there since day one, and all the new people that are going to come this year, I hope that's what you take away from it. And I hope you make new friends. I hope you find a new community through this, and that you can be proud of who you are. Because I think being from the Caribbean is one of the biggest blessings I could ever have in my life.
Totally agree with you, my brother. Totally agree with you. And we appreciate what you're doing. Continue to do what you're doing. We wish you more and more success, more arenas sold out, and continue to spread our culture, Fiwi culture. This is Fiwi culture across the world, across the globe. And man, I can't wait until the 25th, the 26th, the 27th. I'm definitely pulling up to one of those.
Yo, I'm gonna see you any day, man.
Definitely pulling up to one of them. I don't know which one at this moment, but I'll definitely be in the building to show my support and show my love. And definitely want to thank you again, man. Any final words to the tri-state area, the world that's tuned into Irie Jam Radio right now?
Yo, thank you for listening. Thank you for the support, and shout out to Irie, man. Irie Jam, big shout out. Love the station.
That is it, man. As I respect, Michael. See you on the 25th, my brother. Take care.
Take care, man.